Alright, so there is a brand new NBA 75 Domination, and obviously I had to drop a little video showing you guys the best way to finish it. I'm about a third of the way done, and I can tell you, honestly, I found it easier than playing current and all-time Domination, but that's just me. So if you're excited, that like button down below, comment what you guys think of the video. Let me know what XP level you are currently on. You can see I'm chilling at 21. Let me know where you are at right now, and hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Quickly, before we get into the meat and potatoes, everything, we have a message from the sponsor of today's video. If you need your unlimited 12-0 Domination Evo cards, level 40, or even more grinded, contact Rose NBA on Twitter. Link is in the description. Alright, so now that we have that out of the way, we can talk a little bit about what this Domination is. It's a little bit weird, but you can see this is probably the most worthwhile early Domination we've ever had. Each one of these pages gives you 60 tokens, which means there's 6 pages, 360 tokens. You get a 7-pack Diamond Consumables, 3 Hall of Fame badges, and you get Amari Stoudemire, which is just crazy. But each one of these panels is a different set of like years. This one's 46 to 71, and then each of these teams are just going to be the best players from that. They kind of switch it up, very slight variations from each team. Most of the cards you'll be playing are the same in each one of these. So once you get up to these later ones, it's pretty terrible. And then you have the final 3, which are going to be all decades, just going to be the best players of the best players, and you have to make sure you get your dubs against them. It's not too bad. So first off, we're going to talk about just the things that I'm liking it to run. So this is the lineup that I'm actually playing this Domination with. I'm only using 6 players, just because. I'm just going to contract that so it's out of my way. And yeah, this is really about it. The number one thing that I can recommend to you guys, if I don't back out on the wrong thing, is have the Warriors playbook and a coach that at least boosts your 3-point shooting at least a little bit. Just because I'm going to be showing you guys a money play in this Warriors playbook that is absolutely insane. It's going to allow you to literally get bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket. It is absolutely insane. It's literally the only playbook that I use because it's just that good. And then, actually, I'm running a 7-man. I have Carmelo. But if I were using a normal team, I think it would look like this. This would be my best team if I had to, go out there and run it. I will be using this for the final 3 games. I just don't think it's really too needed right now. So generally what I'm going to be doing with this lineup here is I just have Walt Frazier in here because he's got good defense. I have Desmond Mason in because he is going to get assists for me to this Bruce Bowen. I need points with a signed player and assists with a non-signed player. So that's why these 2 are in there. Glenn Robinson's just a great all-around, pretty good interior defender. We're going against a lot of, Karl Malones and things like that. Glenn Robinson was great at defending him. And then Kristaps Porzingis is just in there because he's tall and he can shoot threes a little bit, which is pretty nice. But if you're looking to play really good on Domination, there's a lot of cards who are absolutely insane. So load your team up with good defenders. James Harden, Ron Boone, Carmelo Anthony, when badged up, really good defenders. My bench is godly when it comes to defense here. We got silver clamps on Walt, silver clamps on Chris Mullin, gold clamps on ML Carr, silver on Gus Gerard, and bronze on Serge Ibaka. Just absolutely amazing defenders. And then, because we're running the money play, you want to make sure that you have a shooting guard who has a release that you like, can get open off the screens, and you just can time it really well. Just really good shooters at your shooting guard position. You can also make your small forward if you want to. Like if you really like Melo's release, you can do that. You just have to change who you're picking to shoot with. But in general, that's really about it with it. And again, I highly recommend that you mix XP with it because all I've done is play Domination and just pass it between like these 2 guys, like a signed and a non-signed card, and it's been level 22. Really, really easy. And that's kind of it. I just run this play that you guys will see over and over and over again and just have some absolute blast with it. If you don't have the greatest of defenders, just run who you can and what cards you're comfortable with. Like, for example, maybe you don't really have a amazing team, so you're using, Jalen Suggs because he's a really solid, budget card and things like that. You can definitely make it work. You just have to play a little bit better on defense. And again, I would highly recommend having a really good defender when it comes to that center position, or at least a tall guy, just to have some fun to a playmate with. And that's kind of all I look for. Just really good defenders that can shoot and a playmaking defensive PG with Walt Frazier and Ron Boone. And it's, again, pretty easy. And again, make sure you have a coach that boosts up some pretty decent things. I have this perimeter center with Larry Bird just because he boosts up ball handle, mid-range, 3-point, and perimeter defense on my guards. And I think that's pretty damn valuable. But other than that, not too bad. Apparently I hit level 22. But we're going to hop into this next section where I'm going to show you guys how I actually go about playing defense, the best money plays, my defensive settings, everything like that you can check out. So we'll hop into that right now. Alright, so once we get into the actual game, we're going to hit that little pause button, obviously, and I'll show you guys some of the defensive settings that I run. just to make it fun, running the Larry Bird coach just because right now in this Dom. But it's relatively easy. For the on-ball pressure, I just put that to smother, off-ball, tight, force direction. I'll leave it on automatic. The on-ball, I go over on both of those, and I set both of these to no hedge. For stay attached, obviously no. Just no. We don't need that. Our post, I like to change just to 3/4 bottom. That just either 3/4 top or 3/4 bottom are the ones that kind of work the best for me. 3/4 bottom, they will step behind the player and just be ready for that pass in. 3/4 top will try to step in front and get the steal. It's kind of just like to what you like. I'm going to go with bottom now just so they don't overcommit and give up some buckets. I changed the double team perimeter and double team post to automatic. The switch ball rules, I turned this to switch bigs. The screen help, no help. Drive help, no help. And then we call it a day. And then I head in here to the offensive settings. If you are going to play like some normal defense and not just spam the money play that I'm going to show you, you can do that. But I will hit 21 delay for my freelance. That's generally what I use. Then for the play selection, I'm going to head in here. We're going to change this quick isolation to our Warriors playbook that we talked about a little bit earlier, and pick the quick 32 horns play. There's some other plays in this that actually work halfway decent. Yeah, this one right here. The quick 2 split fist right here. You can see that small forward on the left will wrap up real nice. And even you can get a nice post opportunity there. These guards switch. Like, there's actually some pretty decent plays in this Warriors playbook. This one too, quick 52 split. That shooting guard pops up for that initial screen. You can get one there or on that roll a second time. But quick 32 horns is generally the one that I go with. If you want to take it a step further, you can hit triangle and pick the person that you're going to do it with. I'm doing this with Bruce Bowen. Do not do this with Bruce Bowen, okay? I'm just trying to get some points with Sign Signature, but this Bruce Bowen is probably one of the worst cards I've used for it. Once it starts to get a little bit in question, I will immediately sub and then bring in the absolute god that is Devin Booker for this play. But yeah, in general, that's all we're doing. I'll take it a step further sometimes. I'll take this coach settings and put that off to adaptive coach ending off. The timeout is manual, players minutes manual, substitution is manual. And I've had some people ask me how I see the plays on the court, and I get automatic plays. So my offensive play vision is all plays. The play vision display, I have that on full. Play calling messages, I'm showing them all. That's the little bubbles that pop up above players' heads. The offensive play calling, just turn that to auto. Defensive play calling, I have that on manual. I kind of want to pick what's going on, but I still want to see what the AIs are talking about. And late game following, I leave that on auto. Team communication, actually, this is what's gonna show above your head. Sorry, I apologize. The play calling messages is just like the stuff on the floor. And the team communication, offense, defense, turn that there. And the freelance series order, I put that on dynamic. I don't really know the difference. And then the freelance series repeat, I have repeat on success. That just means if a play works or a freelance works, they just keep doing those over and over again. And then we can obviously just load into this gameplay. This is the team we're going against. As the signed Steph, we have Luka Doncic, Kawhi, Jokic, and Giannis, which is yeah, it's a tough lineup. But out of the way, I guess what I should do is put Booker into the game to show you how the play actually should work. So yeah, you know what? I'll take this ball from Jokic. I'll put Booker in to show you how the play should work, because Bruce Bowen's just not going to be a good one. So we'll call this time out, and I'll change that. Alright, here we go. We got Booker in before it even starts. We're going to put that into the freelance, pass it into Walt Frazier, hit right or left on the D-pad, and then hit quick 32 horns. You can see that animation pops up, and it means we have to pass it, but Curry's stealing it. So once that pops up, we pass it here, and then you pass it down to Desmond Mason, which it tells you to, and you can see Devin Booker will run all the way around. Luka is not keeping up, and then bang, easy threes every single time. You're going to want to make sure you run a really fast player that can shoot threes. Devin Booker is literally perfect for this because he's a jumper on quick, and he has amazing shooting badges. Like, he has Hot 100 rhythm shooter and slippery off ball in Hall of Fame. The slippery off ball is what allows him to like run through all of those screens and just be absolutely amazing with it. Because if you look, what we are running for this play, we'll back this up just a little bit and zoom out. If we put this one, where's Booker? There he is. All right, we'll put this one on Booker. You'll see when we call the play, he kind of just stands here, and whenever we pass it right down to Desmond Mason, who I'm doing an XP challenge with, you'll see he kind of runs down a little bit. Then we have a Walt Frazier screen that he's going into. There's a Glenn Robinson 3 that he's going, that Luka has to go through. And then once he avoids that Glenn screen, he still has to go through this Porzingis screen right at the end, and you can see just how open that 3 is. Kawhi tries to step up in time, but if you have a quick jumper, there is no chance that you're not going to hit that shot. And you just run this over and over and over again to get absolute buckets. I will say there is sometimes where at a certain point, like I'll demo it for you a little bit. There is sometimes where you'll pass it down here before the shooting guard will run through. The center, Jokic would step down to Desmond Mason, and then all you have to do is wait for Porzingis or your center to flare out to the three-point line. They'll go right to the corner, and you have an easy assist right there as well. So if the play ever gets stopped by double-teaming the passer, just wait for Porzingis to go to the corner, and boom, you're good. Honestly, I haven't found it too hard, and then when it just comes to defense, I just off-ball with this Porzingis, make sure I set my rebounding to limit transition, and we kind of just do this, get our boards, pass it to Wall Frazier, call that quick 32 horns play, walk down, and we just wait, except Steph, I think, is going to be on him this time. Again, just wait for it to pass to Desmond Mason. Steph's on a Booker this time, and look at that. All the screens are too much to handle, and it's just big greens. And we just do this every single time. I think I have like an average score differential of like 30 for each of these because it's just so easy when you guarantee yourself hitting a three almost every single possession. It is beautiful. You basically live or die by your ability to hit greens. So if this video did help you out, or you found it informative, hit that like button down below. Comment what you guys think. If you're still using this money play, let me know because I absolutely love it. And hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and you finish out this nomination. And I'll see you in the next video.